Welcome to Designing Forsaken Legacy, a character design series for an animated show I'm making here on YouTube. In this episode, we'll be meeting Siren, a caracal from the Kingdom of Eclipse. Her personality is cold, merciful, and ambitious, and I used triangles as her shape language. For the character sheet, I went with a simple front view, back view, 2 poses, and a close-up of their eyes, because the main character's eyes are very important in the story. I tried to give her a star motif, because in the story, she's the chosen of the God of the Stars, his champion, blessed with an additional ability that most of the caracals do not possess. For her outfit, I went with a simple tunic, with a leather belt and a cloak to go over it. The split tail effect on her cloak is meant to add to the star motif. I'm not sure if I pulled it off. Drawing clothes isn't really my specialty, but I do kind of like it. As for her kind of blank expression, Siren doesn't really emote a lot. You'll see that more when we get to the expression sheet. She actually has the coloration of her patron god, only in reverse. His main color is the color of her markings, and his secondary is her main color. I liked that as a sort of way of tying the two together. As for her eyes, the ring of silver around her pupil is what marks her as one of the chosen in the story. I went with a green tunic for her because it looks really nice next to her silverish fur. And I gave it a gold trim just because green and gold go really good together. For the cloak, I went with a simple black cloak, and I was going to try to make the collar look like fur, but it didn't look really good, so I scrapped that idea. I'm running out of things to say about the design process, so I'm going to just leave you guys to the rest of the speed paint. See you for the next section. For this next section, I'm going to be reading you Siren's backstory. Siren was born in the Kingdom of Eclipse, home of the Caracals, with her 2 sisters, Mika and Farron, in a poor family, who could barely support the 5 of them. Growing up, the siblings were as close as any siblings could be. They would spend all their days exploring the caverns and cliffs of their kingdom near their town. Their happiness didn't last long, however, as one day, while playing near the river, they heard a rumbling. A flash flood was heading their way. Siren did her best to get her sisters to safety, and in doing so, nearly fell into the water below, but was saved by a kid just a bit older than her. A boy she learned was named Riven. She was grateful for his help, but when she turned to check on her sisters, she found that Farron was nowhere to be seen. Mika was looking over the ledge, one arm outstretched as if trying to catch something. Siren rushed to check, but Farron was gone. It didn't make sense. She had made sure that Farron and Mika were both firmly on the cliff. She had saved her, she was sure of it. But then, where was she? There was no other explanation than the one Mika gave. That Siren had gotten Mika up the cliff, had started to help Farron, but had overestimated Farron's climbing abilities. After that event, Mika seemed to blame Siren. Their relationship never recovered, no matter how much Siren tried to explain it wasn't her fault. But even their parents seemed more distant. Eventually, Siren got the message, and the 2 sisters stopped talking. Instead, Siren began to hang out more with that kid that saved her. As the 2 grew, so did their feelings. They dreamed of climbing the ranks of society to provide for their families, of having the money and power to do whatever they wanted. Riven was everything Siren had ever wanted. Sweet, caring, gentle. He had an entire plan on how to get them to the rank of nobility fair and square. But one day, Riven claimed to have witnessed one of their friends, Ashen, kill a noble. Ashen had never been the kind to kill someone. So Siren investigated. To her shock, she discovered that Riven had betrayed their friend, using him as a scapegoat for some noble in exchange for a higher rank in society. When she confronted Riven, he admitted to it, claiming it was the only way they can climb the ranks, pleading with her to help him with it. Siren was disgusted. The thought of using others like that made her sick. She broke up with him right there and took on an apprenticeship with a traveling merchant. She traveled with the merchant for many years, seeing all the other kingdoms, sending money home when she got it. Eventually, she graduated from her mentor's teachings and became a full merchant. She still had dreams of being nobility, but high-ranking merchants often got their own titles eventually, so she knew she was on the right track. Then one day, she received a message from the royal family. She had been selected, under the recommendation of her mentor, to go to the capital city in the kingdom of Wit. A message had been sent from the gods, and Queen Jay wanted a representative from each kingdom present when the top expert on the Forsaken translated the message. With hope in her heart that this journey would lead her closer to her goals, Siren set out for the city of Alexandria. So, as I said earlier, Siren doesn't usually emote a lot. I've always liked characters who barely show any emotion. A good example is May from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I always liked how blunt she was. So most of Siren's expressions are her eyebrows moving around. I did add 2 where she's actually emoting with her full face, just to show the rare occasions where she does. I like to imagine the first time she actually does the happy expression in the show, and it's like a really soft moment. I haven't even scripted what it is yet, haven't really decided, but maybe one of the characters says something or does something that shows that, yes, they do care about her, or something like that. I don't know. I wouldn't mind if you guys left some comments making like suggestions or something. As for her flirty expression, she doesn't really flirt a lot, so I wanted it to look a little bit awkward. I'm not sure if I pulled it off, but feel free to let me know in the comments. And it's really late at night, so I'm going to leave you with the speed paint because I can't think of anything else to say right now. So, see you for the outro. So, let me know in the comments if you like Siren's design, if you have any suggestions, or anything like that. I will read all of them. I hope you all